Jai Om Vishnupada Paramasapurvishashto Drasha Shrimad Divine Grace Sava Charananda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shrupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavanda Ki Namacharya Sthirashtakur Ki Shadgo Swami Prabhu Ki Prem Sakosti Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaurav Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Chandra Ki Shri Shri Krishna Balaram Ki Shri Shri Gauranga Ki Shri Shri श्रीनिवास गोविंदा की जय श्री श्री प्रहलाद प्रसन्नदेव की जय श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा. Welcome to everyone. So today we are going to discuss the fifth chapter of second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The title is The Cause of All Causes. So in the previous chapter, Maharaja Parikshit asked few questions to Maharaja Shukadeva Goswami. Parikshit asked, O Brahmana, I beg to know, how does the Lord create the universe by his energies? How does he maintain? How does he annihilate? How does he enact primary creation? And how does he perform secondary creation through demigods and prajapatis? So these are the main questions put forward by Parikshit Maharaj to Shukadeva Goswami. And Shukadeva Goswami, before answering to Parikshit, he prayed to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, offered wonderful prayers so that his answer will be proper. Then after offering prayers to Lord Krishna, he said, Parikshit, my dear king, the same question was asked by Narada to his father Brahma. Brahma answered to Narada. How did Brahma learn this science? He was instructed by Lord Vishnu. This is called Guru Parampara, disciplic succession. Lord instructed Brahma, Brahma instructed Narada, and Shukadeva Goswami instructing Parikshit Maharaj, the process of creation. What was the qualification of Lord Brahma that he could receive the knowledge from Lord Vishnu? What did he do to get the favor of the Lord to do the process of creation? The beginning of creation, Garbhodaka Kashai Vishnu was lying on the Garbhodaka ocean on Anantadeva. At the time, from his navel, lotus stem started producing, and finally lotus was formed. On the top of the lotus, Lord Brahma was born. When Brahma was born, he started searching for the source of his existence. Who am I? Situated on the lotus. Where from I am coming? He started inquiring started searching. He could not see anything, the source, he could not find out the source. Then finally he traveled, he thought, because he saw the stem, he thought something must be there on the bottom. So he traveled through the stem. And although he reached the navel portion, near the navel portion of the Lord, still he could not find out the root. In spite of his searching, he was not able to find out the cause of his existence and the purpose of his existence. So he came back and he sat on the lotus flower and began to meditate for hundreds of celestial years. So after attaining this, means after performing severe tapasya, he pleased Lord Vishnu, and he was able to see the Ananta Deva, and Lord was lying on the Ananta Deva, and Brahma saw the Lord, Supreme Lord, who was lying on the Ananta Deva. Then Lord Brahma, so Lord Vishnu smiled at Lord Brahma, and at the same time he glanced over the material creation. Then Brahma offered a prayer to Lord Vishnu and said, "My dear Lord, after many years of tapasya, I am able to know you, who is the source of my existence. And I pray to your Lordship that you are favorable to your surrendered soul. I am your surrendered soul. When I am engaged in the process of creation, I should not forget you, because it's a big task. Creating the universe, creating the everything is a big task. While I'm engaged in your service, I may not get affected materially, because I'm going to be in touch with the matter. Creation means matter in this material world. So when I'm in touch with the material things, I should not get affected. And I should not forget you. And also, my dear Lord, please bless me that I may not come under the influence of false ego, thinking that I am the creator. I am going to create, but I should not think that I am the creator. I am doing because it's my service on behalf of you. So then Lord Brahma, so Lord Vishnu said, "My dear so and so, I am very much pleased with your prayers. Whatever you have got in your mind, everything is sanctioned. I fulfill all your desires. Now you must perform, be situated on tapasya and meditation, and follow the process of knowledge, and everything will be revealed to you in your heart." So after instructing Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu disappeared, and Lord Brahma, as instructed by Lord, he began to perform tapasya for 100 celestial years. Then he was able to construct this universe. First, he divided the universe into three sections: upper planetary system, and middle and lower. And again, he divided into 14 planetary system. The entire universe is he divided into 14 planetary system. So this was the cause of Brahma's receiving knowledge from the Lord, because he underwent tapasya to please the Lord. So in this chapter, now we will see how Brahma instructed Narada about the process of creation. So in the beginning, it is divided into this chapter divided into 6 sections. So first, Narada Muni asked questions to Lord Brahma. He asked question, and he had a conviction that Lord Brahma is great, and he doubted also how Lord Brahma could be great. So we'll see what questions put forward by Narada to Brahma. So Narada asked Brahmaji, "O chief among the demigods, O firstborn living entity, I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Please tell me that the transcendental knowledge, which is specifically directs one to the truth of the individual soul and the super soul." After that, he put forward few questions. What is the symptoms of this universe? What is its shelter or background? How is it created, the process of creation? How is it conserved? In what it merges at the end? Then under whose control is all this being done? These are the questions put forward by Narada Muni to Brahma. What is the symptoms of the material universe, material world? Second, how it constituted. Symptoms of the material world, how it constituted. Second is what its shelter or background, for what purpose it has been created. Third one, the process of creation, how is it created, the universe, how is it created. Fourth one, how is it conserved, where it merges in the end. It's created from the source, and the end where it goes. After annihilation, where it goes to the universe. And last question is, under whose control all these things is being done. So Narada Muni asked, please tell me the transcendental knowledge which directs the soul to the super soul, individual soul to the super soul. What is transcendental knowledge? Transcendental knowledge means which is beyond the matter, uncontaminated, beyond three modes of material nature. Transcendental knowledge means which is beyond three modes of material nature, which is uncontaminated. Material knowledge means it's contaminated because in touch with the matter. It will bind one to this material world. It's called material knowledge. And one should know that transcendental knowledge by which one can attain liberation. What is transcendental knowledge? Transcendental knowledge means to know about ourselves, about the source of our existence, and about this creation. How one can get out of this material, modes of material nature. The knowledge by which one can escape from these three modes of material nature is called transcendental knowledge. The very beginning of Vedanta Sutra, very first sutra of Vedanta Sutra or Brahma Sutra is Atato Brahma Jignasa. Ata Brahma Jignasa. The Vedanta Sutra means a summary of Vedic knowledge given the code words. Summary of entire Vedas given in the code words, very small word, like one sutra. Sutra means set of aphorism. It's a small minimum words which is packed with the volumes of knowledge. So this is only one sutra called Atato Brahma Jignasa. Ata Brahma Jignasa. But it's filled with full of knowledge. Inquire about Brahman. Who am I? Who is source of everything that is existence? Source of existence. Source of this material creation. And what is my relationship with that ultimate source? This is called Brahma Jignasa, inquiry about Brahman. The very first sutra is to know about ourselves, to know about the Lord, to know about the material manifestation. So unless one come to this point of inquiring about oneself, he cannot be considered as a human being. Human being begins with this question, Atato Brahma Jignasa. So only by attaining transcendental knowledge, one can get liberation and go back home, back to Godhead. Narada Muni, a disciple generally should ask the right question from the spiritual master. You see, a Narada Muni wanted to know the fact of the creation. So he wanted to know how this material manifestation came into existence, who is the cause. He wanted to know everything. Generally, when there is a creation, intelligent person know that there must be a creator. Without a creator, creation cannot be there. Suppose there is a mobile phone. It must have been created by somebody. Somebody has created, manufactured. Somebody applied a mind, not that some automatically it has come from nowhere. So less intelligent people think everything. It's all by nature. Everything happens by nature. They do not try to understand about the source, ultimate source of this material or cosmic manifestation. Only intelligent people know. Once Newton, scientist, he had a friend who is also scientist. Scientist, so Newton believed in God. He was a Christian. He believed in God. He knew this cosmic manifestation, this world is created by the Lord. It's not automatically came into existence. Whereas friend who not agreed, no, where is the God? Show me the God. Simply, it's mythology. There is no God at all. The world is there by chance. It's nature, that's all. He could not give proper answer. His friend. He never believed in God. He did not accept the world is the creation of God. He started saying that, arguing that this world came into existence by chance or by nature. One day, Newton, uh, with a craftsman, he constructed, made a model solar system. It's made of all brass balls. Center ball was brass, big ball, and all small balls connected with the spoke and connected to the crankshaft. And it was since all the small balls connected to the spokes and connected to the crankshaft, and the crank was rotated, all the balls started moving around the sun. It's all small ball represents different planetary system which are revolving around the sun. It was moving beautifully around the sun, and he was sitting one day. Newton was sitting in his room. His friend came all of a sudden, and he saw the beautiful model, and he started rotating the crank, and this all the planets started revolving around the sun, and said, "Oh my God!" He started saying, "Wonderful, wonderful! Who has created this? Such a very proper moment, everything very beautifully done." So Newton said, all of a sudden, some balls came and got connected to the spoke and started revolving. I am not done. Nobody has done. Just by chance, everything started revolving. Come on, don't make me fool. Do you think I am a fool? How is it possible that all of a sudden it comes from nowhere and get connected and started revolving? So Newton said, I've told you, big planets are revolving around the sun. And you say it all came by chance. And you are not believing the small balls that is revolving around the small sun by chance. How do you say that? Then the friend understood how foolish he was. It's impossible that all the planets come into existence by chance and started revolving around the solar system. It's not at all practical. It's unacceptable. His friend understood that it's a fool. So, intelligent person knew that there is a creator who has created everything. So now Narada Muni is going to ask further, my dear father, what is the source of your knowledge? Under whose protection are you standing? And under whom are you working? What is your real position? Do you alone create all the entities with the material elements by your personal energy? Please clarify my doubts about you. Why do you perform so much austerity? Is there someone more powerful than you? So Narada Muni accepted Lord Brahma as a supreme due to the power is supreme power of creation. Yet there is a doubt arose in his mind. If he is a supreme Lord, if Brahma is a supreme, then why is he undergoing tapasya? Why is he doing meditation? So that means there is someone higher than him. Although Narada Muni was able to create this entire world, but still he is undergoing meditation means Narada Muni could understand that beyond Brahma there is someone. Therefore, he is performing meditation. Once, one person came from, I think, Germany in 1930s to India. He was curious to know about the truth. He came with his friend to India and he visited all the temples, Durga temple, Kali temple, and Shiva temple. So all the temples he visited, and finally he visited Krishna temple also. The later he came and took initiation from Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. Later he revealed. Actually, he did not know any Shastra. He did not know any Vedas. He did not know about religion. Just by visiting different temples, he came to the conclusion that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How he came to know? Because he thought he went to Shiva temple, he was in deep meditation. So that means he is not the Supreme. He is doing meditation means there is somebody else is there beyond him. Went to some other temples, Durga temple, everyone was holding weapon. Everyone was doing some work. All the demigods are engaged in some kind of activity or meditation. But when he came to Krishna temple, he was smiling. Krishna was playing flute, and Radharani was standing. And he thought, see, he is the person who doesn't have any work, simply enjoying. Here is the person who doesn't have any work. He must be the Supreme Lord. So Supreme Lord doesn't do all this work. He simply enjoys with his associate, with his devotees. So Lord Brahma, although he is a big demigod who is in charge of creation, nevertheless, he is also a jiva. So therefore, Narada Muni was asking this question, is there something, who is that, who is beyond you? You are doing meditation. Why are you undergoing so much tapasya? So this is a question put forward by Narada Muni. See, Narada Muni is a liberated soul. Why he is asking this question to Brahmaji? Because liberated soul means he knows about the process of creation. It's not that he's a dull person. He knows that Supreme Lord is the creator. Nevertheless, he is thinking that Lord Brahma is the creator. How is it so? Actually, when such kind of situation comes, the exalted devotees may ask this kind of question as if they don't know. Actually, Lord put them in the situation to ask this kind of question to teach the people. Just like Arjuna, he was an associate, eternal associate of Krishna. Nevertheless, he was acting as if he does not know what is body, what is soul. Any bachas know. But he is an eternal associate of Krishna. Nevertheless, he was acting as if he does not know what is body and soul. So Krishna put devotees in bewilderment to ask this question for the common people benefit. Therefore, Narada is asking all the question to Lord Brahma so that the Brahma can answer to every one of us. It's not meant for Narada. Krishna's instruction to not for Arjuna, for us common people. And also one more point here we can note this point. Although one may be a great personality like Lord Brahma, still we cannot compare Brahma with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's a topmost person. All the qualifications is God. But still he cannot be compared to Lord Vishnu. There are many kings who are as good as Lord Ramachandra in terms of giving protection to the citizens like Maharaj Shibi, Nala, Yudhishthira Maharaj. They're all almost on par with Lord Ramachandra in terms of ruling this country. Nevertheless, they're all Jivas. Lord is Lord, Jiva is Jiva. We cannot. If you see activities of Maharaja Yudhishthira is no less pious than Lord Ramachandra. In fact, he was better moralist than Lord Krishna. When Dronacharya was very fearsome in the battle, started rooting, killing many people, Pandava sides, attacking Pandava sides, and he was killing because he has given word to Duryodhana that I'll finish. If I am unchecked today, I'll exterminate all the Pandava army. So he was destroying the armies of Pandava. When Krishna saw that if is unchecked, if Dronacharya is unchecked, then he can finish all the Pandava army. And asked what is the name of the elephant. Said Ashwatthama. Then he understood. He killed the elephant Ashwatthama and went to Dronacharya and said, I killed Ashwatthama, started dancing. So Dronacharya was shocked to hear this and he was not able to believe. But at the same time, he knew the power of Bhima and he had doubt. But he wanted to check, cross-verify the really son is killed. So he could have gone to Krishna to ask his Supreme Lord. He did not go to Krishna to ask Ashwatthama is killed or not. Because he knew Krishna can tell lie also to save his devotees. He went to Yudhishthira Maharaj. He knew Yudhishthira Maharaj will not tell a lie. Even somebody comes and tells, I will give you the entire three world, tell only one lie. No need to fight, no need to kill all the people. Why you are getting into so many things? Just to tell one lie, I'll give everything. Not only this earth, I'll give all the three lokas. Yudhishthira Maharaj would not tell. So Dronacharya knew very well the exalted position of Yudhishthira Maharaj. So although Krishna requested Yudhishthira to tell a lie, still he was hesitating. He was hesitating to tell a lie. If you see that Krishna is telling him to tell a lie, but he is protesting. No, how can I tell a lie? He was a better moralist than Krishna. But nevertheless, Jiva is a Jiva, the Lord is a Lord. That's, there's a vast difference between the Lord and the Jiva. So now we'll see Brahma's answer. Brahma is going to clarify the Narada's conviction, because Narada was thinking that Brahma is a person who is a creator. Now Narada Muni is going to answer this section 2, verse number 9 to 13. So Lord Brahma said, "My dear Narada, being merciful to all, including me, you asked all these questions because I've been inspired to see into the prowess of the Almighty personality of Godhead. Unless one is aware of the position of the Supreme Lord, who is beyond me, one is sure to be illusioned by observing my powerful activities." So Lord Brahma said to Narada, "Being merciful unto me, you asked me such a wonderful question. I've been very much inspired." So whenever a devotee is asked to explain about the creation or about the Lord, the speaker feels encouraged, because this creation is connected to the Lord. The creation is connected to the Lord. When we understand the exalted position of the Lord, naturally we'll get attached to the Lord. So when we speak about the Lord, the speaker gets purified, the inquirer get purified, and the audience get purified, the place get purified. So this is the glory of Krishna Katha. So it's not only benefiting the inquirer, even speaker, audience, the place is filled with full of spiritual potency. So, and even in the Bhagavatam, when all the sages of Naimisharanya, headed by Shaunaka Rishi, asked 6 questions to Sutta Goswami, they explained about pastimes of Krishna, how Krishna incarnated, what are the different pastimes he performed in different incarnation. Please tell us, we are eager to hear. So when the sages asked questions to Sutta Goswami said, "Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavatnirlonga mangalam itkat Krishna samprishno enatma suprasidati." O sages, you asked me a wonderful question. I have been questioned by you. It's most worthiest question. Why? Because it is Krishna samprishna. Your questions related to Lord Krishna, which is the real welfare activity. Ena atma suprasidati. This sort of question will satisfy the self. Only questions related to Krishna will satisfy the self. So the people, particularly the speaker, a devotee, a pure devotee, gets encouraged when he is asked to speak about Krishna, the activities of the Lord. He gets charged. So even Lord Brahma is charged, because Narada is asking about the creation. Who is the creator? Who all things, and also get charged. He wants to explain. A devotee always wants to speak about the glories of the Lord, so that the hearer get purified and the audience get purified. Then Narada Muni said, "I only recreate. I manifest the universe which is already manifested by the self-manifesting Lord. Just as the sun and the other luminaries reveal what is already revealed by the Lord, I offer my obeisances and meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna, by whose Maya people call me the Supreme Controller." So Lord Brahma creates only after Lord already has created. So there are 2 creation. One is primary creation, second is called secondary creation. The primary creation is created by the Lord. creation of Lord Vishnu is called a primary creation, called Sarga. Secondary creation is called Visarga, that is created by the Lord. Lord creates the material ingredients, and Brahma gives a shape to the ingredients. Just like a potter. A potter takes the clay and water, which he did not create, and mixes and put on one wheel and set a motion to the wheel, and he creates a pot or a plate, whichever he wants. So he set a motion according to his will, it comes out, pot comes out. So who is the creator of the pot? The less intelligent people. Oh, this man has created the pot. But the intelligent class people know, he only set a motion to the wheel, he got the pot. But actually, where from he got the ingredient? Intelligent people will always see the ingredients. So, for example, I bought a black color and blue color. I mix both the color and create a new color. I cannot take a credit of creating a new color. I cannot say that I created this color. Oh, why? Where from I got this black color and red color? Both the colors I took and mixed it. One color came. So I cannot take credit for creating new color because I have taken already, which is already existing. I have not created that. Similarly, potter cannot take credit because he did not create the clay. It's earth created by the Lord. Similarly, Lord Brahma is admitting that I am not the original creator. Lord has created, just I recreate. Means I give the shape. All the material ingredients created by the Lord. I give only shape. But the people, unless one is aware of the supreme position of the Lord, they think me, I am the controller. Just like a less intelligent people think the potter is the cause of the pot. Intelligent person know that potter is not the cause of the pot. The ingredients supplied by the Lord. He only gave the shape. He only gave the shape. So generally, people when Narada Muni accept as a what does it say, a spiritual master, only less intelligent people think me I am the controller. No, actually I am not the controller. The Lord is the controller. So many times people, foolish people, consider this person is a great, therefore let us worship. But Narada Muni does not want. No, I don't deserve this. Lord is the ultimate creator. Many times people, when they are addressed as a great and they worship, they take pleasure. But Narada Muni wants such kind of people. You are not big person. He is a creator. Brahma is a creator. And is warning the so-called people who claim that they are God. And people, when they call them, address them as God, he feel very happy, satisfied. Once there was a yogi called Bisaki Sen. He was in near Jagannath Puri, 50-60 kilometers from Jagannath Puri. He was climbing. He was climbing that is a supreme personality of God, Mahavishnu. I incarnated to deliver India from the British. So I am going to hold Rasalila. Please kindly send your daughters and wife to me. So all the people sent their daughters and wife to the Bisaki Sen. And due course of time, most of the women became pregnant, and there was huge outcry. The husband and the fathers of the girl saw the children become pregnant, wife became pregnant, something wrong with this fellow. And all of them lodged complaint to British government that is claiming is Mahavishnu, but is doing all the notorious activities. So the British government understood the situation, very sensitive this because very powerful person, he had thousands and thousands of followers. If he's arrested immediately, then there will be a lot of chaos in the society. So they carefully thought and handed over the case to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is a religious person, to handle the case very sensitively. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur went and met him and understood that he is a yogi. And finally he said, "You are not the God. Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Please give up your this one attitude and surrender to God." So at that time the yogi said, "Actually, when people address me, that Bhagavan, I enjoy. I enjoy the bliss, supreme bliss. For that, I am ready to do anything. Please do not interfere in my way. Please do not interfere in my way. I will deliver India from the British. I will make you Prime Minister. You enjoy, but don't interfere in my way." Why? Because they like when they are addressed as God, as a great personality, they enjoy. But here, Brahma, you see, I am not the great person. I am simply rendering service unto the Lord. He is the great. He is a great. Only a person, less intelligent person, he considers me as a great because he is not aware of the supreme position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, after establishing the Lord's position, supreme position, Brahma is going to answer to the questions of Narada. So, first question was asked by Narada was, what is symptoms of this material universe, the material world? So, Brahma is going to answer. This material world consists of the material ingredients, the jiva, and time and activities, karma. So the material universe is nothing but all the material ingredients. What are the material ingredients? Bhumi, Rapa, Nola, Vayu, Kamona, Budre, Vacha, Amkara, Ityami, Binna, Prakriti, Ashtada. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego. These are the ingredients. And activities. Karma. A jiva perform different activities under the influence of time. Jiva perform different kinds of activities under the influence of time and get varieties of material body. Sometimes it'll be an animal, sometimes it'll be human being, sometimes it'll be a demigod. It'll be in different planets. So the material universe, symptoms of material universe, nothing but these 4 items. Which are the 4 items? Ingredients, material ingredients, jiva, karma, and time. So the living entities belong to marginal potency of the Lord. This living entity, marginal potency, the living entities either can be in the internal energy, under the influence of internal energy, or can be under the influence of external energy. When the jiva is under the influence of internal energy, is properly situated. So what does he do when he is situated in the internal energy? When he is under the protection of the internal energy and Daivi Prakriti. So Krishna says, Mahatmanasu Mam Partha Daivim Prakritim Ashrata Bhajanti Ananya Manasu Nyatva Bhutadim Avyayam. So those who are not bewildered, they are under the divine nature. What are the activities? They always engage in devotional service. They know Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So anyone who's engaged in devotional service completely is under the influence of divine nature. One who's not engaged in devotional service is under the external energy of the Lord. So just like whether internal energy or external energy or marginal energy, it's all is coming from the Lord. Just like from the fire comes out heat, light, smoke. This all things, heat, light, smoke, comes from the fire. So similarly, the material world, the jiva, everything comes from the Lord. It's not dependent, independent. Neither the cosmic manifestation nor the jiva is independent of the Lord. None of them is independent of the Lord. Everything is coming from the Lord. The next, this is the material symptoms of material universe. Next, Narada Muni, Brahma is going to answer to Narada Muni's second question. What is the second question? What its background? What its shelter? What's the purpose of the material cosmic manifestation? So Brahma answers, Narayana Paraveda Deva Narayana Angaja Narayana Paraloka Narayana Paramaka Narayana Paroyogo Narayana Paramtapa Narayana Paramtapa Narayana Paramjnanam Narayana Paragatihi. The Vedic literatures are meant for the Supreme Lord. The demigods are also meant for serving the Lord. The different planets are also meant for the sake of the Lord. And the different sacrifices are performed just to please Him. All different types of meditation are meant for realizing Narayana. All austerities are aimed at achieving Narayana. Culture of transcendental knowledge is for getting a glimpse of Narayana. And ultimately, salvation is entering the kingdom of Narayana. So, the purpose of this existence is to study or perform tapasya or perform sacrifice, is to know Narayana. So Vedas meant for leading the conditioned soul, the supreme destination called Narayana. Narayana Parangati. Attain Lord Narayana, Lord Krishna. The Vedas meant to revive our consciousness. We have forgotten Krishna. We have forgotten our original relationship with Krishna. The Vedic knowledge is meant to revive our original relationship with Krishna. Therefore, one has to study Vedanta properly under the direction of bona fide spiritual master in order to go back home, back to Godhead. See, this sacrifice, that is also meant for pleasing the Lord. All kinds of tapasyas meant for purifying our existence so that we can go to the Lord. See, all these principles, whether tapasya or studying Veda or performing sacrifice or studying scriptures knowledge, developing knowledge, is all meant for knowing Narayana, knowing Krishna, and achieving, going to the abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the purpose for which this material world is created. Although the jiva wants to enjoy, the purpose of this universe, material world, is created for two purposes. One is to allow the jiva to enjoy the way he wants. Once he is frustrated, he will turn towards the real things. So he can purify, he can undergo the reformation. The material world is to undergo reformation of that desire to enjoy independent of the Lord. So when we follow this process, we can purify and go back home, back to God. The next is fourth section. It talks about Vishnu Tattva and Jiva Tattva. Brahma versus Lord, or Brahma Tattva, Jiva Tattva versus Vishnu Tattva. Then Brahma says to Narada Muni further, inspired by him only, I discover what is already created by him. Narayana. Under his vision, as the all-pervading super soul, I am also created by him only. So he says, inspired by Lord Narayana, I discover already what is created by him. Even in fact, I am also created by him only. It's not that I came into existence on my own. No, I am also created by him. So Lord Brahma, he himself, although he is a creator, he admits himself that he himself is created by the Lord. Just like people with Columbus, he discovered America. Actually, America already existed even before he discovered, but he got the credit. Similarly, Lord Brahma, it is there, but he gave the shape. So I am not the creator. I simply, I discover what is already created by the Lord. But Columbus got the credit of discovering America. But already it was there. Just he saw and said, I found Columbus. Sir, I found America. So like that, Brahma is telling, no, no, no. So I have not discovered, of course, I have not discovered anything. Just simply I discovered what already created by the Lord. So actually, no one can create unless is sanctioned by the Lord. Lord awards the ability to create or do some service according to the degree of his surrender. So, since Lord Brahma had undergone severe tapasya, 100 years of celestial years, not ordinary like our years. So, because of his severe tapasya, Lord has awarded him the big responsibility of creating this universe and along with the bodies. So he cannot give the high responsibility to one who do not deserve. If one deserves, then Lord gives the ability for him to create new things. And next is said, Lord Brahma said, the Supreme Lord is pure spiritual form, transcendental to all material qualities. Yet for the sake of creation of the material world and its maintenance and annihilation, he accepts through his external energy the material modes of nature called goodness, passion, and ignorance. These three modes of material nature puts the transcendental living entity under bondage. The jiva cannot see the Lord due to being covered by these three gunas. So the Lord is although transcendental, nevertheless, for the sake of creation, he accepts three gunas. He accepts three gunas. And three gunas puts the jiva, although the spirit soul is transcendental to all the three gunas, but when the jiva comes into contact with three gunas, is covered. Just like, for example, if I got gold in my hand, gold, it's shining. The gold is shining. As long as in my hand the gold is there, it shines. The moment it drops from my hand and falls into garbage, immediately it becomes covered and it loses its shining quality. It loses shining quality. Yet, the shining of the gold is not lost. Gold is gold still. Because it has come into contact with the garbage, the value of the gold is not lost. How to gain that original value should be washed. The moment if you wash the gold, the dirt and all is gone, it comes to normal position. Similarly, the jiva, as soon as the jiva comes in contact with three modes of material nature, it becomes conditioned. Sattvam rajastamedi guna prakriti sambhava nimananti mahabhavo dehe deinam aviyam. The moment the jiva comes into contact with the three modes of material nature, immediately becomes conditioned. And as a result of this conditioning, one is not able to see the Lord. When the jiva is under the influence of three modes of material nature, he cannot see the Lord. Just like an impersonalist. Impersonalist, for them, Brahman is ultimate. They do not see the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But whereas for the personalist, they see the Lord, transcendental form of the Lord. They know there is the Lord. The Lord has got transcendental form, Satchidananda Vigraha. But the less intelligent person, they understand the God is formless. Whereas personalist, he knew the Supreme Lord has got transcendental form. Just like, for example, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Madhavendra Puri, they would speak to the Lord. Sanatana Goswami would chastise Lord Krishna sometimes. Madhavendra Puri, Krishna personally came and delivered milk and asked him to do a lot of work. He gave many assignment. Krishna gave Madhavendra Puri many assignment to do, because personalist can understand about the transcendental form of the Lord, because they're pure love and they engaged in the devotional service. As a result, they're able to see the form of Lord. The devotees who sincerely follow the instruction of the spiritual master can quickly cross over the three modes of material nature, will be able to see the transcendental form of the Lord. Then now Brahma is going to answer the third question. Next question, that's Brahma answers third question. How is it created? How the material world is created? So the same question asked by Parikshit Maharaj to Shukadeva Goswami. Brahma answers, the Lord creates eternal time, the fate of all living entities and their particular nature for which they were created, and again merges them independently. After the incarnation of the first Purusha, Mahavishnu, the Mahatattva, the principles of material creation takes place, and then time is manifested, and due course of time the three modes of material nature appear. They transform into activities. From the darkness of false ego, the first five elements, namely the sky, is generated. Its subtle form is the quality of sound, exactly as the seer is in relationship with the seen. So, from the Lord, Mahavishnu, the material Mahatattva takes place, then next three modes of then eternal time, then three modes of material nature takes place. From the darkness, the mode of ignorance comes from the mode of ignorance, come into from the mode of ignorance, this elements, ether first comes, or sky, then air, fire, water, earth. So that's what is described here. The five elements, namely sky and air, fire, water, earth. And it has got different qualities. The sound, the subtle quality of sky. The sound is a subtle quality of sky. Therefore, sound is a subtle characteristic of an object. For example, if we explain about a person, there was a tall person who has got long hands. When I speak about a person, this is a sound. Immediately in your mind, you start visualizing a tall person having long hands and is wearing cap, round face. When you hear the sound, you are able to imagine the person. So the sound is the characteristic sound object, subtle form of the object. Characteristic of an object. Similarly, when we explain about the Lord, about Krishna's qualities, pastime, immediately we remember. So therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Lord Krishna is a sound incarnation. The holy name is a sound incarnation of the Supreme Lord. So when we chant the holy name, when we are in touch with the Lord, we associate with the Lord. So the sound is very, very important, either by chanting or hearing. One can come in touch with the Lord. Iti murti abhidanayam mantra murtim amurtikam yajate yajna purusham sasamyak darshana puma. It is said in the Bhagavatam first canto. Thus is the actual seer who worships in the form of the transcendental sound representations the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, who has no material form. So one can worship the Lord. Lord has no material form, simply by sound vibration, chanting or hearing. The next he explains about Brahma, about the process of creation. Now, five elements have come from the sky. Sky has got the sound. First sound, then sky. The sky has got sound, the quality. The next from the sky or ether or space. Sky, ether, space, all are one and same. From the sky, next comes air with another quality of touch. When the air moves, we feel that touch sensation. So the air has got the touch and sound both. Like a fan is running, I could hear a sound and I feel that the fan, that air is touching my body. So it has got the quality of both sound and touch. And from air, fire generated. Fire has got the form. We can switch on the stove. It burns. We can see the form. So it has got the form. It has got the sound. It has got the touch. When we touch, we'll see that the fire. Then from fire, water has come. Water has got the taste. So water has got the taste. If you put in the glass, we can see the form of water. So water has got the taste and the form, sound and touch. And from water has come, earth has come. So on the earth, we can see the fragrance or odor. So in the earth, fragrance is there, touch is there, sound is there, all the qualities are there on the earth. Therefore, we can see all varieties of existence, all the varieties of existence are there on the earth platform, on the earth. So the next, from the mode of goodness, the mind is generated and becomes manifest. Also, 10 demigods controlling the bodily movements. From the mode of ignorance came all the material ingredients, particularly earth, water, fire, air, ether. And second mode of goodness, mind is generated on the also 10 demigods controlling the bodily movements, like Indra, Vayu, Chandra. Chandra is the control of the mind, and Mitra, like Prajapati, Mitra, and Vamana. This all 10 demigods are there who are controlling the bodily movement. So that's described in the Bhagavatam. We don't have time to go in details. So next, further, the transformation of mode of passion. First mode of ignorance over, mode of goodness over, then mode of passion. Sense organs like ear, skin, nose, eyes, tongue, mouth, hands, genitals, legs, and outlet for evacuating, together with intelligence and the living energy, are all generated from the mode of passion. Then the forms of the body cannot take place as long as these created parts, namely elements, senses, material elements, senses, mind, and modes of nature are not assembled. So these all like a different kinds of parts. So the form cannot take unless we bring all the parts and assemble. So only by the will of Lord, everything come together, and the jiva accept the form and enjoy the way he wants. So all this universe, all the universes remained a long period of time within the water, causal ocean. The Lord of living being entering in each of them caused them to be fully animated. So from Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu came into existence and expanded. From Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, Lord Brahma was born. And later, how Lord Garbhodakashaya Vishnu again enter into each universe as a Shirodakashaya Vishnu and as a super soul of everything. Then Lord Mahavishnu entered into each universe and assumed Virat Rupa, with thousands of legs, arms, mouths, and heads. So next last topic, it talks about description of Virat Rupa. How Mahavishnu entered into each universe and assumed the Virat Rupa with thousands of hands, legs, and mouths, everything. So great philosophers imagine that complete planetary system in the universe or display of different upper and lower limbs of the universal body of the Lord. The Brahmanas represents his mouth, Kshatriyas is arms, Vaishyas is thighs, and Shudras are born of his legs. So the Virat Rupa of the form of the Lord consists of mouth and arms and belly and legs. Legs are considered Shudra, belly is Vaishya, arms are Kshatriya, mouth is Brahmana. So although all are important component of the body, nevertheless mouth is very, very important. Mouth or head is very, very important compared to all the part. But nevertheless, all are very, very important. So all parts are meant for serving the complete body. So similarly, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra should be there. Without that, nothing can happen. So all of them should exist. They have to do their duties, discharge their duties. But the Brahmanas are very, very important. Why? The mouth is meant for speaking about Krishna, give the real knowledge to revive the lost consciousness of the conditioned soul. So very, very important. Then how this Virat Rupa is described. The head called Satyaloka. Satyaloka is called head. The next called Janaloka. That entire universe is divided into 14 planetary system. Satyaloka, the Brahmaloka, where Brahma resides, is called head. And the next is called Tapaloka. Tapaloka is lips. And next is Janaloka. It's considered to be neck. Then after Janaloka comes Maharaloka, which is the chest. Next is called Svargaloka, which is heart. And next is called Bhuvaraloka, which is above the navel, below the heart. This portion is called Bhuvaraloka. The navel is called Bhurloka, that is Bhuloka, where we are there. This is called Bhuloka. The next is called Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patala. So Atala is like a vest or buttocks, and Atala Sutala is a thighs. Atala Sutala Vitala is a knees, and Talatala is like a calves, a shank portion below the knee. Then Rasatala is Mahatala is ankles. Rasatala is upper portion of the feet, and Patala is the sole portion of the feet. These are the universal form of this different body, like different parts, limbs of the universal form. Those who are less intelligent, they are advised to meditate upon the Virat form of the Lord. Those who are highly intelligent, they meditate on the transcendental form of Lord Krishna. This Virat Rupa is meant for less intelligent class people. Others say the universe is divided into 3 sections. One is upper planetary system, one is middle, third one is lower planetary system. So lower planetary system is below the earth. Atala, Sutala, Vitala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. These are the 7 planetary systems called lower planetary system. And the middle planetary system called Bhurloka, Bhuvarloka. This planet, our planet, and higher than our planet is called Bhuvarloka. This is called middle planetary system. Next, another 5, like Swargaloka, Maharaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka. These 5 are called upper planetary system. So the universe is divided into 14, and further is divided into 3 sections. This is what this chapter talks about. So this is the end of this chapter summary. We'll see next time. Hare Krishna. Thank you.